Sir, you're not audible. We are not able to hear.
Now it is okay? It is
Yeah.
audible?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
How many people they joined? I think only 5 people they joined, isn't it? Yesterday and the day before yesterday, we discussed about the various research styles, how we are going to analysis the data, how we are going to collect the data. After collecting the data, how we are going to present the data, and after presentation, how we have to write the research report, where we have to write the research reports, how we are going to edit the data of research. If we are going to write the research, we have to apply the information technological tools, just like computers or softwares, PowerPoint presentations. How we are going to help the investigator, that means a researcher. We learned about all those things, and today our topic is belongs to the research in library and information science subject, how it was earlier, what is the present situations in the present scenario, USA and UK. Say you take any research, that area developed means in the sake of investigation of that particular area, to finding the truth, to find the solution to that problems. Just like in research problems, we can say that whether really in library and information science is a profession is that much of efficient, the research was done earlier or not, we have to find. If it is okay, then which year onwards the research was done properly with the scientific method, whether the institutions are prepared, whether the persons are prepared, whether universities are prepared, professional bodies are prepared, those who are helping to the research in the field of library and information science. And professional bodies, how they are helping to the research, are national research institutions, are funding agencies, how they are helping to the funding to do the research in the field of library science. Really, what type of research is going on in the field of library science? What are the area it is really to do the research? That we can say thrust of area of the research. Earlier, which area was happened in the field of library science? Now we are going to which area is required to do the research, and that we are going to discuss today in our class, isn't it? Do you have any idea about the research in USA and UK, which year it was happens? Do you have any idea about the Ford Foundation or Carnegie Foundation? Do you have any idea about those two foundations? Even idea undamma? Do you have any idea?
No, sir.
These two foundations are spent lot of money on the field of library and information science research area, isn't it? In the schools, how they are spending the money for the development of the research, to encourage the research, to publish the various subfields of library and information science, to publish in the form of article, to publish in the form of project, to publish in the form of we can say that new techniques, new methods in the field of library and information science, isn't it? So these are the things we learned till now. Now we are going to discuss about the need and purpose of the research. You take any field of law, you take any field, not only library science. I know many library leaders felt that advanced study had no place in the library science. Actually, compared with the other subject, the library and information science up to the 1900, we can say that there is no proper field of librarianship research. It was not happened. Only namesake of the persons, we can say that leaders Melville Dewey, C.A. Cutter, S.R. Ranganathan, you know, that's a famous personality was famous personalities was did their personally, that we can say that personal research they did it in the time of 1900, that we can say that quarter of 19th century or 20th century earlier period, that means 20th century quarter period was happened in the field of library information science, isn't it? And also some contributions, professional organizations just like American Library Association, LA, and FID. This type of these institutions, the professional bodies are helping to the research in the field of library science. Now, what is the why the need of library and information science? Is it necessary to do the research, and why the research is required, isn't it? The purpose, we can say that research means of the development. Research means of the development in the field of nowadays. You take example of the research collection, number of users, number of institutions are day by day increasing. What are the existing methods? What are the existing techniques? Is not that much of proficiency to reach the user needs of the users. That means there is a new techniques and new methods is required to reach the user needs, user expectations. That's what we have to do. We have to do the research. We have to do the research to benefit of the users, or to new techniques, new methods. We have to go. We have to find the new things, new techniques to apply in the field of library science. So such type, the research means of development and tool of develop the new methods. That's what I said. Research means it. We are going to find new things. We are going to find new technique. We are going to find new tools, or we can say that earlier the new methods in the field of before going to classification, cataloging, chain procedures, and all those things. Earlier it was only normal or orally classified the books, or orally classified the system. But after S.R. Ranganathan enter into in the field of library science, so he prepared a systematic or scientific way of methods. You can say example of the normative principles, predominant library classification, classic colonial classification, classified catalog code, that David decimal classification. These are new methods they are invented, new methods they are planned to in the field of library information science, and also to sharpen the existing methods. Already those we are having existing methods in the field of library science, to apply the new techniques, to sharpen the old or existing methods, scientific inquiry, and that we can say that you may pose the question, sir, research itself in a scientific question, a scientific method. How you can say again scientific method? Earlier, what happened in the field of library science, the research which is belongs to the only personal based research. There is no specific librarianship research. It was not happened. So now in the area of 19th quarter or 20th quarter, what they said is this area is going to a really huge number of data, huge number of research was held. So that area is based on the systematic or scientific way they apply it. And scholarship, advanced scholarships, that we can say that in sometimes, increases the status of institution, increase the status of the person. If the person is going to find new things, if the person he did PhD in the field of library science, or if the person is invented a new technique in the field of the library science, the society is automatically give the respect to those person. No, what, why they are giving? He's having PhD, or he is find new things in the field of library science, or he invented something in the field of library science. So automatically research itself is giving the respect in the society, respect by the respect in the way he is working in this institution, or automatically he will get the general respect by the doctorate, or we can say that in a various field of the research, that we can say. And comes to the how why the purpose of the research. You take any purpose of the research is functioning and development of libraries as a social and educational institutions. Or that we can say that one more thing we can here we can approve it. The best. What is the best? The best. The housekeeping operations, we can say that in the field of acquiring of the data, storing of the data, or processing of the data, or disseminating, that we can retrieving the data or disseminating the data. These particular areas, sub areas in the field of library administrative or library management, with the research, with the library information science research, how we are going to better that we can send quality based application tools we are applying, and we are providing the best way to the users. So by the research we can do. Earlier in the field of library science, they did it in a conventional research, normal manual research they did it. They did it, normal means casual means what it is means, classification, cataloging the books of histories, and we can say that general user studies, computerization of the libraries and softwares. The general things they did, management of libraries and management of libraries, they generated it. But now the tradition, the intention of the user, the society is changed by the application of the ICT. So whatever the users is expecting, the librarian also he how to expect and advance, compare with the users. Then only we have to survive in this field. Otherwise, as usual, librarian is feel like it's like a duty of the watchman. It's not like that. Research how much of the play here playing, key here playing, just like the library information science, a faculty or a profession, or you are a library information science professional, you have to think like that only. So you take in the field of MPhil or PhD or project, writing the article, writing the book, or whatever it may be, in the form of the research, we have to advance. We are competing with the international standard. We are competing with the global standard. Then only we will survive. You take any field, not only library science, isn't it? That we have to think over. And functions of LIS research. Why? Because it produced knowledge day by day. It enables to discover of new application of old knowledge. That's what I said. What are the existing methods or techniques? It is there. With the new technical tools we are going to apply for that existing knowledge we have to sharpen. It leads to the better teaching, as well as knowledge is integrated into the teaching program. It brings prestige to the person or the institution. That's what we said, that by the research we are getting the respect from the society, or the same thing here also. It brings prestige to the person and the institution. It can prove the source of the income. That is ego wonderful statement, because Nowadays, the research institutions are, and I know it's a source of income. If you don't know how many people, I know Tagore Fellowship, ICSR Senior Fellow, or I got one project from the UGC, I got one project from the so and so CSIR, just like that. Means it's a like a, if you have a passion to do the research, automatically money they may come in a various sources by the central government institutions or national research institutions, or central funding agencies are there. That means research, it will gives you the financial support, isn't it? And when it comes to the, it enabled to find solution of the problem. So it comes to the solution of the problem. Yeah. And history of LIS research, what is the earlier library studies means. It's mentioned that frankly speaking that LIS, library information, they don't have a long tradition of the research and scholarships, or we can say that organized research activity. That's what I said, they don't have proper scientific library in information science research. It was not there. It is only containing in the person-based research. It was happened. Many of the persons, they produced books. Many of the persons, they produced various classification styles, various catalog styles. They mentioned means their personal innovation, their personal new method, their personal research. It was happened in the field of library information science. And USA and UK, you take example of the, I said already, USA, Dewey Decimal Classification. He introduced to the Dewey, introduced to Dewey Decimal Classification. Cutters, I think you know very well, cataloging rules by Anthony Panazzi, and various library practices in the cutters, various subject indexing, or library construction and architecting, fitting, and for furniture, the person. And another one is Berwick's here, for that we can say that contribution of classification. And S.R. Ranganathan, I think you know very well, in the field of library information science in India. And 1920, he have influenced library science throughout the world. These are the persons are, they are, they hold in that library information science field. You can take globally, not only India. Berwick Sayers, Melville Dewey, or Cutters, and these persons, WCB Sayers, these persons are, they mark their mark in the field of library information science. Period of, at which period this organization of research was happened, and it was it's good. We can say that 1930s in USA, 1960 in UK, and India, it was happened in the 1950s. Research was started in the field, this area. And which area is going to research in means, universities are universities, we are usually says that research was happened in the field in India, universities and national research institutions. But abroad it is not like that. They call like library schools. Their library schools, they started PhD programs in the field of library science, and they started PhD, Master of Library Information Science, and MPhil, Master of Philosophy in the field of library information science, and various institutions are produced, and these research PhDs, MPhils, and Master of Library Science in all over the world. And come to the LIS research and activities in USA. How it was USA in the field of library science means, in the year of 1891, Columbia University, it was established Melville Dewey, a degree course in library information science. 1891, Melville Dewey started a started a degree in the field of library information science, degree course at Columbia University in 1891. Comes to the school, another graduate school of library and Information Science, University of Chicago in 1928. $1 million grant for the Carnegie Corporation for these schools. And here they mention wonderful thing is, 1930, between 1950, 129 dissertations was come out in the field of library information science. They produced, I can say that, they produced USA 1930 to 1950 or 59, we can say that 129 dissertations they produced, out of which 80 were awarded at the University of Chicago during the 1950s. 6 other schools, just like Indiana University or Michigan University, Columbia, or Western, or California, or various universities. They, at present, 27 universities are producing or offering PhD course in the field of library information science. And also the American Library Association. The American Library Association also he is having established committee on research. Look after the research needs and coordinating the research activities of the association, and Office of the Research and Development and Advanced Theory and Methods, principles are various methods or principles in the field of library science. Library Research Round Table. That means, even American Library Association or, American Library Association are also is supporting for the PhD, or supporting for the research and development in the field of library science. You may take in a new methods in the field of library science. They started research roundtable. They are giving the fund for that. And I said, 1928 and somewhere Columbia or where Chicago in 1928, 1890s in the Columbia University. Just like that, 180 thesis, dissertations was now published so and so from universities. Just like it shows what it shows, that how the US, United States of America, is contributing in the field of library science, in the area of research, and also they are giving fund for those institutions. Just like National Science Foundation provides various funding agencies are providing for the research in the field of library science. And the research, which institutions are giving the that we can say that what are the organs are going to help the research. One is universities, that we can say that in our schools. Another one is in the USA professional bodies. The third one is foundations. Ford Foundation, Carnegie Mellon Foundation, or various foundations are there. They're offering dollars of rupees for the research and development. Another one is that we can say that here federal and state government also is providing, are helping, are supporting to the field of library and information science for their research. And come to the LIS in the field of UK. LIF research in the UK, how it was happened. Actually, the classification research group, CRG, that we can say that 1952. And one more thing, do you have any idea about that? This classification research group, FIDCR conference, it is there. S.R. Ranganathan was 9 years chairman for that. Here only FID, that classification research group, 1952. What it is intention itself is, there is a specific classification research group itself, means they are the UK government is, UK institutions are providing or supporting fund for the research in the field of library information science. That you take example of the DJ Firstjet and Vickery and JL Faraday and many people are there. Even if you are believe or not, USA and ALA and LA, these professional bodies are offering some awards also, those who are really working or working in the field of library science, and they are giving some honorarium, and there are awards also they are providing to the researcher, young researcher, to encourage the research in the field of library science, isn't it? And comes to the ASLIP. These ASLIP also promoting the research in the 1950s. 1950s, ASLIP they are having two projects are there. ASLIP Carnefield project. These are the two outstanding projects. These was carried out by the Cyril Clevedon. They started 1958. These all are belongs to the post coordinating indexing system. The traditional indexing system languages using 18,000 documents and 1,200 search topics. That means, one is traditional coordinating indexing, post coordinating indexing system, and another one is formulation of the hypothesis, which were tested in the Cornfield 2. That means these two great projects, which was, these two project, which was run or which was taken up by the Cornfield as ASLIP Cornfield project, isn't it? The same thing, another OSTI, Office of Scientific and Technical Information, in 1965. This main intention is the major intention or the main aim is to develop the research, to support the research in the field of library science in UK. Of course, now it was defunct. Early it was, it's good. I mean, they helped a lot for the researchers. And it comes to the British Library Research and Development Department, BLRD. So just like that, but they are sponsoring LA, ASLIP, BLRD, RDs, and they support the range of research projects covering different fields. What are the different fields? We can say that, user studies, management studies, or a classification and cataloging styles, or indexing system, or same various principles in the field of classification, and various things in the subfield of library information science, or fields of library information science. They are helping. Then comes to the how the universities are helping, means we said already in the USA, they help to so and so in USA in the year of 1930s, UK 1960, India is 1950. Just like that, how the UK, in which year exactly the research was going healthy, or we can say that scientific manner they applied, how they are helped, means just like USA, here also universities are helping to the PhD programs. They introduced bachelor degree programs. They introduced Master of Library Information Science programs. And one Bath University, we can say that the two programs were taken up at that time. The projects is very good. That we can say. I'll read out. What are those? More will be line investigation to information requirements of the social scientist. Another one is controlled experiment on the comparative catalog study reported in the during of the 1975. That means, up to 1960s and 1970s, that we can say that I'll give one more step. I'll come to the forward to one more step, that I can say that 1980 up to the research which belongs to totally a traditional, a conventional mode of research was happened in the field of library information science. You take any country. After 1980, computerized application, ICT tools applied, and various fields like bibliometrics in the form of chain index and this thing, coordinating indexing system. Just like that, new indexing system was come into the picture. Just like that, up to 1980, it's a normal, conventional, traditional. We can say that a classification, cataloging, indexing, and normal thing. But 1980, it was totally changed in the field of library information science, isn't it? what is the present status of LIS research in UK? We can say that, vast expansion of the library collection. That's what I said, day by day, the collection is going to increasing. Number of users also is going to increasing. Information scientists also going to increasing. New to provide specialized service to the users, either here such as CAS and SDA. That CAS, SDA also hold. I can say that various innovative technologies, various and best practices, whether we are going to provide to the users. That area we have to do the research. It is really required on that area. CAS, SDA, it was happened, it was fast. But thing is, what is the latest topic? Now we are going to discuss, we are going to, in the area of information, communication technology, information exploration technology. You know very well that our kids, there are many people are doing now engineering in the field of cloud computing and big data, blockchain technology. Just like it's like a various tremendous new subjects is in the current form. Just like that in the field of library science also, we have to do such type of area, we have to do the research. European countries it was happened. Now we have to concentrate on that. So same thing, the UK is focusing that every day, research is going on, it's good thing, but which area we have to do the research? He said that why research is requirement? Number of books is increasing, number of collection is increasing, number of people are increasing, number of users are increasing. So every day new person or new people are increasing to the day by day. But these research may find solution to those problems. So that's why they encouraged the research, isn't it? So why the UK is concentrating with this is the main source, how the active role played in the field of library science for this purpose. That I'll tell you, in UK, USA, they are forwarded, they're far fast and better than us. Why? Because I'll tell you now, earlier CC, they established CC, they started from in India, British National Library, CC colon classification, they used British National Bibliography, they used, and the British Library also they used. They started their own classification system, they started their own cataloging styles, isn't it? Why? Because they are thinking in advance, they are applied the new techniques in the field of library science, isn't it? Why we are not missed? We are moving, but what we are expecting, not that much, but we are moving compared with the others, we are also moving. But European countries, just like USA and UK, they are bit forwarded than us, that we can agree. And institutional support for the LIS research institutions. Which institutions? We can say that IFLA and FID and UNESCO. But International Federation of Library Association, they have UBIS, Universal Bibliographical Control, Universal Availability of. There are nearly 6 to 7 programs they are conducting. What it is means, these wings, these organs are helping are supporting to the research in the field of library information science. Sir, always you are telling about the research. Research means how many theses, how many dissertations are producing. Here I'll tell you concentration. I'll tell you one thing, you have to think concentrately. Research means not only PhD, not only MPhil. Even one article which is written by an author, that article also based on the research he is going to find. That's what we can say, that in this academic paper, this is a peer-reviewed paper, this is a scientific paper, we say that. The same thing, these institutions, International Federation of Library Association, FID, or UNESCO, how they are going to help means these institutions are producing their quarterlies, IFLA quarterly, FID quarterly, or UNICEF quarterly or monthly, they are producing their journals. Journals, what it is contain, the library and information science people, what they research, that research put into the paper, they publish their article in the form of article. So that means his research is going to find, his research is going to publish in the form of the article in so and so journal, so and so quarter journal, so and so monthly, so and so, just like that. These institutions, IFLA and FIDs and UNESCO, how they are helped means, now we are going to brief you. IFLA programs, UBC, I said already, Universal Bibliographical Control, Universal Availability of Publication, and International Mark Program, and Preservation and Conservation, Universal Data Flow, Telecommunication, Advancement of Librarianship in the Third World, just like that. These are the institutions, sub-organs of the IFLA. They are, if organize international seminars and conferences at the different places and facilities exchanges, professional thoughts. I'll tell you this conference and seminars. And comes to the another one is FID. FIDCI, I already told you, Classification Research Group. This was initiated and this was developed by Universal Decimal Classification. How we are going to find this total data means, it was published FID News Bulletin. International is a character, and FID ISO RID, International Information System on Research and Documentation, which reports research project completed ongoing throughout the result, that we can find in the FID ISO RID. Just like that, UNESCO, suborgan of UNICEF, they have a PGI program, General Information Program, and also with the application of the CDAS-IS, PGI provides many activities in the field of information documentation. How we are going to find means, by the PGI UNICEF newsletter, we are going to find the data. That means here, the professional international organizations, how we are helping means, I said, this IFLA, the IFLA, they are having so many sub-organs. By these organs, they are going to know the research, what is happening, what, these organs, what it is contained, what is, they are going to support, where they are going to support, in the form of each project, in the form of project, in the form of money, in the project, helping in other ways, and FID, UNESCO, and all those things. Here I'll tell you, these professional associations also helping. That means every year or twice in a year, biennial, or based on the requirements of the, or as per the needs of the user, they are going to organize the seminars or conferences, national level or international level. What it will come actually, national and international seminars, that means the users, that we can say that the paper, those who are going to present, paper, those who are going to publish their articles, means what it is a total research data. What they did the research in those areas, they are going to present in those particular seminars and national conferences. Then only these national research institutions, the international institutions, they are organizing itself, means they are indirectly supporting to the researcher, because the researcher feels that if I did the research, where I have to publish my thesis, where I have to publish my article, where I have to publish my documents, means he feels that there is a sources, whether we have to publish in the articles in the journal, whether we have to publish in the conference value, whether we have to publish in the books, whether we have to publish in the form of the project, whether publish in the form of the thesis, whether publish in the form of dissertations thesis. That means in the conferences we are going to publish, we are going to present what we did it this particular period. That means these international bodies are international association, the international research institutions are helping to the research in the field of library information science. And comes to the professional bodies. To take example of the ALA have 11 and 11 this thing body 11 divisions will be the, 11 divisions was there with the life with the in the field of ALA. 11 divisions are helping to the researcher. Divisions are helping to the writing the researchers to supporting, to encouraging, to give some proper fund to the those particular researcher. And I said some awards, some financial support to the young researcher or researcher, those who are dedicatedly they did their research in the field of library science, isn't it? These 11 divisions and these institutions, these institutions here, the professional bodies are producing their journals. The journal again, what it contains? Those who are there, those who are did, those who are completed their PhD, their research, they are going to publish these particular journals. The journals is connected. Those journals. You take example of the ALA is having the here mentioned Journal of American Society for Information Sciences. JASIS, Journal of American Society for Information Sciences. What it is contained? The special libraries is having JASIS means it research and development and new methods in the field of library science and all those things. They are going to publish in the form of articles in their particular JASIS journals. Just like that in the UK, 23 special interest groups are there. What it is special interest groups? They are helping, are encouraging, are supporting to the researcher in the field of library information science. And even I said Ashley Corningfield also he is supporting financial supporting to the those particular researchers in the field of library information science. What it is finally, it shows that these particular international bodies, American Library Association, Library Association UK, and ASLIB, Association of Library Information Management, these professional bodies are directly or indirectly helping to the library information science professionals, those who are doing the research, isn't it? In the name of funding, in the name of journals publication, in the name of seminars and conferences, in the name of peer-reviewed journals publications, just like whatnot, they are doing their level best for the support of the research in the field of library information science. And comes to the universities, I know how many universities already we spoke that in Chicago 1920 when a Bachelor of Library Information Science course was started. And 1890s, Columbia University was started library science course. Just comes to the how many universities are offering in the doctorate degrees, or how many library schools are offering PhD programs or MPhil programs in the USA, UK, and all those things. In the USA, we can say that 50 plus, 30 in the library schools in the UK, and PhD in India. 80 plus universities are offering PhD programs in the field of library science. That means 50 plus PhD programs in the USA, 30 plus programs in the UK, 80 programs plus 80 universities are offering PhD programs in the US. That means compare with the these two international standard countries or international countries, we are far better because we are offering 80 universities are offering PhD programs in the field of library science, isn't it? Comes to the third stage of the LIS research. Really, which area is required for the LIS research? Do you have any idea? ఎప్పుడైనా LIS research, library information science research లో ఇంతవరకు జరిగిన రీసెర్చ్ ఏంటిది, ఇక ముందు ఏ ఏరియాలో రీసెర్చ్ జరిగితే బాగుంటుందని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు చెప్పండి. ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు ఎంఫిల్ డిజర్టేషన్స్ కానీ పిహెచ్డి డిజర్టేషన్స్ కానీ ఆర్ have you visited MLISC dissertation, have you checked anywhere? చెప్పండి. వన్ వే అవుతా ఉంది. నేను ఓన్లీ ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్, జస్ట్ యువర్ లిసనింగ్. బోత్ సైడ్స్ ఇట్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఎవరైనా మాట్లాడండి. అనురాధ, ఆనందం, అందం, శ్వేత, సికిందర్, రమ్య, రామతునిసా బేగం, దివ్యదర్శిని. ఎనీవన్? Already I spoke to you. Conventional area, we can say that the history of books, the classification systems, housekeeping operation, conventional styles, and in that area was happened research. Now what we are going to interest itself, new classification system it is there, new catalog system it was there, bibliometric system it is there, and what are the new techniques, user techniques and user behavior and information seeking behavior, and various education in the field of library science. Various fields they have, subfields they have to do the research in the field of library science. I said, bibliometrics. I said, why don't you concentrate on big data? Why don't you concentrate on blockchain technology? Why don't you concentrate on social media, how it is helping to the library professionals? Social media, how it is going to the helping to the users? Isn't it? There are social networks you can take, consortiums you can take. Just like what are the current, what are the the boom in the particular time, that we can also, we have to concentrate it. Blockchain technology, how many people are concentrated? Is it any relation to the social science, social networks, to the library science? Is there any connection to the social media to library science? Yes. Every subject is going to connected with the library information system. So that area we have to going to concentrate for the research and development. Isn't it? We have to do that particular area. IT oriented, the software oriented, that digital based oriented, or you can take what are the latest development in the field of library science. You are going to concentrate on that particular area. Then only we will survive. Then only we will survive. Otherwise, we are backbench in the field of library science. We have to concentrate what are the new things is going on. What are the new techniques happen? What are the new technology is going to occupy in our field? That we have to catch up. That we have to investigate. That we have to research in that particular area. Then only we have to succeed. Otherwise, what happened? Many people are going to catch the new things. Automatically, we are in the back. Earlier, it was many people say that public library system, academic library system, special library system, it is okay. What are the new techniques? What are the innovative things? What are the best practices is going on? What are the ICT tools, ICT technology is going to happen? What are the open source software it is there? And your believe or not, open educational resources is one of the burning topic in the present days in the field of library science. Do you think that particular area there are lot of future it is there? Just like that, the researcher, the investigator is going to find such type of things. We have to concentrate to do the research in the field of library science. Trust means what are the areas or subfields are boom in that particular time, that we have to concentrate. in the field of library information science. Comes to the, I said, funding agencies. Methods of research, already you take LS research or any general research, identifying a problem, formulating the tentative hypothesis, and the collection of the data, the classifying the data, analyzing the data, deducting inference, just all those things. This is a common thing. But funding agency, I said, USA or UK, they are having, many philanthropists are there. They are helping to this, helping to the research in the field of library science. I said, Ford and another one is Carnegie Corporation. These two institutions are helping to the researcher and research in the field of library science. They mentioned here clearly, just in page number 253, just you see, check once. Carnegie Corporation financed 26 library science research project. The cost is $350,653. The Ford Corporation is awarded 52 lakhs in the field of library science between 1956 to 1961. See, these funding is for the research institutions, for the research development or research centers, for in which area means in the field of library information science, to establishing a research center, to do the research in the field of library science. How the USA and UK is helping to the researchers means it shows the evidence, it shows the statistics, how it was spending, how much of the money is spending on those particular things. And comes to the another thing, 1,58,000 in media branch awarded educational grant for library science. This is NSF. This one also from the USA. Another one is funding of UK. It's OSTI. OSTI is spending 1973 to 74. $80,000 are they spent. $80,000 they spent for the research and development research centers. That means the USA and UK, how they are, strongly supporting research in the field of library science. Yes, do you have any problems in the field of library science? Means obviously you take any field of library any field of research, they have the constraints will be there. As usually, how the library information science subject or library information science research is facing means, I'll tell you one thing. Qualitative, quantitative, the research is going in the field of library science if it is okay. Quality is so, quantity is heavy means it's not that much of healthy to the research in the field of library science. And whatever the research was happened till now, most of the research is belongs to descriptive oriented. It was not healthy for the library science. Experimental oriented or discovery oriented, invention method of oriented research are required for the present generation. Generation it is required. And most of the research which is belongs to the survey based and such type of things, it is going on, but it is not like that. As I said, the same thing. Discovery oriented, new things we have to do. Experiment, we can say that exactly what is, we can say that experimental oriented research is required in the field of library science. That means scientific applications we have to apply for in the field of library science. As usually, survey method we did it. 10 libraries we selected. 8 libraries are like that. 8 institutions are like that. So it's not like that. Why we are using chi-square techniques or techniques? This technique, that techniques means the techniques we are going to apply means the qualitative research will come out to the society, come out to the field of library science. That means qualitative research is always helping, is always standard research to the society or to you take any field. And you know, a major impediment layer of research is funds. Yeah, agree with that. You know, as usual, and compare with the European states or compare with the US and UK, we are not providing that much of fund or financial support to the LIS research professionals. Only even USA also, US and UK also, only some state government and federal governments they are providing. More fund is required for the library science research. Isn't it? You take example of the India, we are spending crores of rupees for the national research institutions. Why we are going that much of money after defense means research is required, new innovations is required. As per the now our population is going to number one country in the world. Just like what are the basic requirements, how we are going to reach the requirements of the population means research is required. Isn't it? You believe or not, 1 acre crop, how much of the food grains are come in the year of 1960s? Today, how much of the crop is going to come? Lot of variations, hybrid or whatever it may be, technological support or technological applications, whatever it may be. But day by day, the IT is going to improve, just like it automatically, directly or indirectly impact on any field, either agriculture or either chemistry or library science, whatever it may be. The same thing that ICT tools we have to apply in the field of library science. Proper fund is required for the library science. And one more thing I'll tell you, it's a basic thing. There are lack of sufficient faculty, and also if the faculty is there, they don't aware how we are going to supervise the students to do the research. In India is like that only. Lack of faculty, lack of supervisors, lack of research skills to the supervisors. There are many lacks are there though, but in this field it is required to do the research in the various topics such as ICT oriented topics, ICT oriented fields, or that we can say that currently what are the boom, currently what are the deadly need of those fields to the reach the requirements of the user needs. These all methods are going to help the needs the requirements of the needs of the user or library users or whatever it may be. It is helping to the society also. And comes to the LS research publication. Really, we said that I said these JOS is going to publish in our research work FID bulletin or IFLA bulletin, IFLA quarterly, just like that primary or secondary or tertiary, there are various journals, various bulletins, various quarterly journals are there. Our research is going to publish in those particular journals, those particular periodicals. It will, how they are helping means this is also one of the best source, the best evidence. This international standard institution, international standard professional bodies, international standard funding agencies are helping to library information science research. Whether if it is this particular research is sufficient means no, it is more research is required as per the present needs of the users. But what type of research is required means latest, current oriented and evidence based. I said that if the what happened, we did the research. Do you believe or not? The many newspapers, the news made coming to the this particular young scientist is going to find this particular thing really help to the society. these particular young people are innovated these things. Only engineering students are invented these things. Or NASA people are invented those things. Means the invented, they discovered means the research was happening in those particular fields. That particular research is helping to the society. That particular research is helping to the library information science field. That particular research is going to implement the new method, innovation, the new techniques, innovating the new field in the field of library science. Automatically, the library information science field also is competing with the international standards. So such type of requirements, such type of required research is required in the field of library science in all over the world. So today our topic is LIS research in the international standard, how it was happened, how much of the funding, which institutions they are going to provide, or what are the funding agencies, international standards, how international institutions, how they are helping, international professional bodies, how they are helping, for library schools, how they are helping, how many dissertations are coming, which area, which year they are well in the field of research, and all those things we discussed. You tell me what you understand till in 1 hour of my class as your own words, if you are say in Telugu or English, whatever it may be. చెప్పండి ఎవరైనా పర్వాలేదు. అర్థమైందమ్మా? నేను చెప్పింది అర్థమవుతుందా?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఏం అర్థమైందో మీరు తెలుగులో కానీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో కానీ చెప్పండి.
రీసెర్చ్ గురించి చెప్పారు. యుఎస్ లో ఎలా జరుగుతుంది, యూకేలో ఎలా జరుగుతుంది, ఇండియాలో ఎలా జరుగుతుంది, వాటి డేట్స్ చెప్పారు, మెథడ్స్ ఆఫ్ రీసెర్చ్, ఫండింగ్ ఆఫ్ రీసెర్చ్, థర్స్ట్ ఏరియాస్ ఆఫ్ రీసెర్చ్.
గుడ్. Correct. Just whatever you said, 100% is correct. After just listening my class, just you go through a book, that you will get the more knowledge. And one more thing is listening and reading is more helpful to you, because automatically it will store in your knowledge, store in your mind, isn't it?
Yes sir.
అందరికి అర్థమైందా? మీ ఒక్కరికి అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yes, I also understood, sir.
Because within the 1 hour period, I covered 20 pages. Means it's I may not concentrate all core all areas, but only I concentrated core area. Though I'll try to give maximum inputs to you, but thing is better you have to concentrate on books than my class or any teacher. 1 hour it's not possible to cover all areas of research. And USA and UK, just I concentrated some areas, but there are in-depth areas also it is there. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
చెప్పండి.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. In LIS research publications, primary sources are no, sir.
That's what whatever the publication I spoke to you regarding JOSIS, regarding ALA bulletin, ALA bulletin, ALA quarterly, or whatever it may be, these are belong to the primary source.
Reports are what is the BLRD, sir? BLRD and D reports are there, no, sir? Hello. Excuse me, sir.
Document Development Center. Hello.
Sir.
Hello.
Sir. Tell me.
BLRD means British Library.
Yes.
Hello.
Sir. I'm listening, sir.
Hello.
Sir. Tell me, sir. British Library?
Hello. Did you?
Sir. Yeah, I am.
British Library, research, documentation, development reports.
Okay.
Because already I mentioned in the BLRDD, it's a one form of the defect of the OSTI. Already I spoke to you, because these institutions is completely supporting to the LIS professionals in the field of in the field of research. And one more thing is here, supporting. Always I'm telling, supporting in what way supporting? It's a funding, and also whatever they did the research of those particular articles are publishing in their journals. I said, JASIS, just like that in ALA bulletin, just like in ALA quarterly, just like that, these particular research. You see, if you are going to publish one particular articles, means you go into Scopus, they will ask, minimum APC charges will be there, article publication charges 15,000 or researchers, for the sake of research, they don't want to take the money for of these particular research institutions or the professional body organization. They want to ask the money for the article publications for the researcher. But commercial organization, commercial publications, definitely they will ask the money for the research publication. Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Shall we close? Hello?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.